Authorities said Thursday that Chinese financial and payment institutions should not accept bitcoins as legal tender, warning of the risks related to the digital currency. Within 1 hour following the warning, the price of bitcoins plunged by 35%, the latest roller coaster fall following a record high that was reached by the end of November. However, authorities added that investors are allowed to make bitcoin transactions at their own risk on the internet. Police in East China's Zhejiang province announced this week that they have caught 3 suspects who ran off with money that was raised on an exchange platform for bitcoins, a digital currency that debuted earlier this year. GBL, a Chinese bitcoin exchange platform, abruptly vanished in October, taking $4.1 million worth of deposits with it. However, these incidents have failed to stop the rise of Bitcoin, which has seen significant rises in value in the last 2 months. One Bitcoin was worth a staggering $1,242 on November 29th, nearly equal to the price of gold per ounce, making it more like a speculative asset than a currency. Its value started at $20 in February and reached its current high through roller coaster rushes. Bitcoin is known as the world's first decentralized currency. It is not issued by a central bank, but is produced by open-source cryptographic software running on a network of volunteers' computers. The increase in the virtual currency's price was aided by buyers from China. It caught the eye of the Chinese public in April, when movie star Jet Li's One Foundation received a donation of several hundred bitcoins to help quake victims in South China's Sichuan province. Chinese investors quickly seized on the currency's potential for profit. According to Bitcoin Charts, a statistics website that specializes in bitcoins, 1.8 million coins were traded in November on BTC China, an online Bitcoin exchange platform. The figure makes BTC China the biggest Bitcoin market in the world. On December 1st, Bitcoins bought with Chinese currency accounted for nearly 62% of total global purchases. Bitcoins are mathematically generated using computer networks that must execute difficult number-crunching tasks, a procedure known as mining. Netizen Guanwei Feihong jumped on the Bitcoin bandwagon earlier this month. Although most Bitcoin miners use networks of thousands of computers to mine the currency, this computer science student decided to mine the coins using just his own computer.
The profits are rather limited, probably just a few hundred. It taxes the computer and uses power. Actually, the power usage rate accounts for about half or more of the profits, so it's not as much of a bonanza as you might expect.
What has made bitcoins as expensive as gold is the exchange platforms used to trade it.
I found a trading platform called Bitcoin China. At the time, one coin was priced at 51 yuan. I put 5,000 yuan into my account on the site, but I didn't spend all of the money. I used about 2,000 or 3,000 yuan. At the time, I just wanted to give it a try, maybe earn a few hundred yuan.
But after the price of Bitcoin shot up, Xiong found that his small investment had earned him some decent profits.
Just yesterday, my mother called me and said my dad really regretted not buying more bitcoins. But I think such a mentality is rather risky.
Xiong's mother is among many middle-aged Chinese women who have rushed to buy commodities in bulk in recent times. A recent surge in gold purchases has largely been attributed to this group. But Duan Hongbin, a financial columnist who has studied Bitcoin in China, is wary of Bitcoin's rise.
Now the Bitcoin has been overvalued so much that the investors may risk heavy losses.
Xiong, however, is optimistic about the future of Bitcoin.
I don't think there will be a Bitcoin bubble. I will continue to hold them. For now, Bitcoin has many advantages. Actually, its greatest strength is its deflationary nature and the fact that it can be circulated very conveniently and quickly.
Bitcoins are gaining greater recognition worldwide. More vendors are starting to accept them as a form of payment, and more consumers are learning about them. However, analysts worry that a lack of regulation may make the currency too risky for widespread use. The GBL case revealed that money raised on Bitcoin exchange platforms is under no protection. A report by Qihu 360, a network security company, pointed out that there are currently no laws, regulations, or government supervision for Bitcoin transactions. The volatility of Bitcoins also makes them risky. Investors had a roller coaster night from November 19th to the 20th, as the price of one Bitcoin shot from over 3,000 yuan to nearly 7,000 yuan before dropping back down to 3,500 yuan on BTC China during that time. In addition, the opacity of a system that requires no real name for investors may appeal to those with more nefarious purposes in mind, such as money laundering or drug peddling.